Please be seated. Welcome everyone to the John Bapst Memorial High School 2021 Commencement Ceremony on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. On behalf of the faculty and staff, it's my pleasure to welcome you on this special occasion. And let me just say, it was wonderful to hear your applause as we walked in, because it did feel like we concluded something that was not easy. Parents and grandparents and friends, give yourselves a hand as well. What you did has been essential. Gathered today to honor the seniors, our parents, grandparents and other family members, friends, and John Bapst students and staff. Let me say at the outset how very appreciative we are to be working with the great people at Herman High School, particularly Principal Brian Walsh, Athletic Director Rick Sinclair, and Superintendent Jim Chassie. With all of the uncertainty surrounding events this year, it was very helpful indeed to share an outdoor facility and all of the logistics connected with it with Herman. Please join me in a round of thanks for our hosts. Joining me on stage, our chair of the John Bapst Board of Trustees, Mr. Hans Peterson, Associate Head and Head of School-elect, Dave Armistead, and Admission Director, Beth Campbell. A big thanks to students and faculty who are playing key parts in this ceremony. You heard as we processed in Al McIntyre leading the honor band. A big hand for the students, particularly the underclassmen and women who came out today. This ceremony is being recorded, which is particularly important these days when John Bapst is home not only to 450 students from about 35 Maine towns and from the Native American nations in Maine, but also to international students, about half of whom were on campus this year, half attending remotely. To all of these students and their families, we are very appreciative of the efforts and indeed sacrifices you've made to continue your John Bapst education. It's my pleasure now to introduce two senior leaders. As if her 17 honors and AP courses weren't enough, Jillian Skane is one of John Bapst's leading athletes, playing both school and travel soccer, where for 4 years Jillian has been coming to Bangor for school. Today we're joining her in her hometown of Herman. Active as student government vice president and as a musician, Jillian is a complete student, described by one of her teachers as having, quote, a powerful combination of ambition, perseverance, maturity, conscientiousness, teachability, and humility. Next year, she will move on to St. Anselm College in New Hampshire. Hailing from Orrington, Maine, Maggie Atherton has just concluded her year as president of the John Bapst Student Senate. Maggie's upbeat and informative weekly emails to the school community, complete with pictures of pets, have been especially important in keeping us positive and connected. As talented a student as she is, Maggie also stands out at least as much for her totally unselfish volunteering. Environmental Action Club, Civil Rights Team, Yellow Tulip Project, Youth Sports, Common Ground Fair. It's a long list that attests to what a model citizen she's been. Next year, Maggie will attend Salisbury University on the beautiful eastern shore of Maryland. Please join me in welcoming Jillian and Maggie to present the senior welcome.
Good afternoon and welcome to the class of 2021 seniors, families, friends, and beyond. My name is Maggie Atherton and I am the president of the John Bapst Memorial High School Student Senate for the 2020-2021 school year.
And my name is Jillian Skane, the Vice President of the John Bapst Student Senate.
We wanted to begin by saying how delighted we are to be here, standing in person with you today. Not even a month ago, we were left wondering if we would be able to gather together for this celebration. We know that it couldn't be more blatantly obvious that this past year was full of uncertainty for all of us. Every individual here today has experienced this pandemic in a unique way that will be remembered forever. For us personally, we never imagined that our graduation ceremony would be the first time during senior year that we would see some of our fellow classmates face to face. This is the first time we have all been together in the same space for almost a year and a half.
As you may be aware, Bapst does not offer a typical high school experience. The unique traditions and opportunities presented to us by the school truly offer a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. For the students that attend, sadly many of these traditions that Bapst students hold near to their hearts were not ones that we were able to take part in. The seniors attended their last football game junior year without knowing it was their last. We attended our last homecoming cookout, parade, and spirit week without knowing that it would be our last. Most importantly, we have all missed the only opportunity we will ever have to run around half naked, covered in purple paint on a crisp 30-degree Friday with little to no judgment. With that being said, we could dwell on all the things, traditions we missed, or we could put our energy towards creating new ones. So that's exactly what we chose to do. We are beyond fortunate that Bapst found a way to open its doors to the students in a safe and productive manner. Attending classes in person, even if it was only for half the week, was a step in the right direction. Through modified spirit weeks, food drives, and numerous other school-wide events, we were able to maintain high levels of the age-old Crusader pride. By the grace and willingness of our dedicated faculty and staff, this year went as well as could be imagined. As a school community, we have attacked challenges head-on, adapted to various restrictions, and learned many new things along the way.
For the rest of our lives, we'll have one thing in common with every other class of 2021 graduates worldwide, and that is making it through this year in one piece. However, because of John Bapst, our year was just a little more special than the rest. As we adjust to life after high school, in addition to life after a global pandemic, we will always find a home at 100 Broadway. Good luck with all of your future endeavors, and always remember, love that school.
There, Maggie and Jillian, thank you so much for those nice words. And boy, it's so true. This is the second class that's had a very changed, strange high school experience. You guys, unlike the class of 2020, just did it for a whole year. And what you did is impressive because it's been hard to stay together as a community. And yet you'll have a sense, those of you in the audience who maybe aren't quite as close to the school as the students and the faculty are, that this is a school that has pulled together. John Bapst actually opened its doors in 1928 as Bangor's Catholic high school. The school was refounded in 1980 as a private, independent, non-religious school. The John Bapst International program began in 2011, making the school more diverse and the student experience more reflective of the rapidly globalizing world. Over the past 10 years, John Bapst has educated more than 200 international students from more than 20 countries. Members of the class of 2021, as you move on to college and career, you will meet plenty of people who won't recognize the name of your high school or your hometown. I should say hometowns, because there are a lot of them. Through your example, however, they will figure out soon enough that a John Bapst graduate knows how to write an essay, knows how to do an advanced math problem, to lead a group presentation, maybe even explain climate change to someone. You may not be from Boston or New York or Los Angeles, but you've gotten the preparation you need to succeed anywhere. How does that happen? John Bapst students are workers. Of that, there's no doubt. But a major contributor to John Bapst's long-time academic successes are its teachers. These are folks who love to teach. Before we go a moment further, please join me in a big thank you to the John Bapst faculty. And before I go a moment further, it always seems to happen when we're on stage at this time of year talking about the school year as if it's in the past tense, that for quite a few of you, there's more to come. And so on graduation mornings, I always wake up to an email from Coach O, and today was no different. So I'd like to let you all know, students I think know this already, that we had a busy Saturday. Yesterday, the girls 4x400 relay team at the state meet placed second in the state of Maine. And several of those, yes, great job. I'm sure I'll miss a few people who were on that team, but I'm focusing on seniors Georgia LaGrange, Isabel Angelo, along with Tessa Hartley and Sherry Foster, won that second place. Georgie, who's a tremendous hurdler, placed second in the state in the 300 meters and third in the 100 meters. Congratulations, Georgie LaGrange. Jamie Sidaway is a runner who has run here and will run more after John Bapst as part of the 4x800. She also placed in the state meet. Our tennis teams are moving on. The boys tennis team plays on Tuesday, having beaten everybody in this area and now on to Waterville. Softball plays at MDI on Tuesday. Baseball plays against Lawrence, 5 p.m. on Tuesday. And by the way, we're going to try to get seniors who are on those teams back in time to be here for at least part of class night. Class night depends on darkness because we're at the drive-in. So it doesn't get started too early. We'll see how that goes. Maybe Coach O'Reilly, if you can arrange for a no-hitter, we can have a fast game of it on Tuesday. And he's looking at me thinking, no, don't jinx us, please. But if you saw who pitches for John Bapst, you'd know that this is not completely out of the question. Lacrosse is also playing this week at Maranacook on Thursday. And yesterday, although this isn't a senior honor, junior Benjamin Mock, won the Maine State Chess Championship. Congratulations to all those students. So those are my handwritten notes. Our salutatorian this year is Jamie Sidaway from Dedham, Maine. This is another very strong student. Well, to be salutatorian, you have to be. During her academic career at John Bapst, Jamie occasionally got a 98 in something, but she didn't make a habit of getting grades that low. Jamie is an accomplished distance runner, hoping to continue this in college. She's been a member of many clubs here, Outing, French, Spanish, Key, Yellow Tulip, and she stays busy working in her free time as well. Next year, you'll find her at the University of Maine, Orono. I'd like to welcome to the microphone this year's salutatorian, Jamie Sidaway. Thank you so much. Right here. Your last hurdle, and there's water if you need it. Okay?
Thank you to everyone for coming today to celebrate the great accomplishments of John Bapst's class of 2021. I would first like to thank the majority of the teachers and faculty for their constant support while navigating our journey to young adulthood. Throughout our time at Bapst, we have grown from intimidated freshmen to capable seniors. The incredible development we have experienced The past 4 years reminds me of the 1600-meter race in track and field. And with the days leading up to high school, to each year, and to the future representing the lapse of the event and Bapst. On the line, doubts, nerves, and the overwhelming temptation to projectile vomit on the track. This is comparable to the feelings heading into the first day at Bapst. Local middle schoolers and many international students often feel anxious attending a new school without knowing many other people. Gun goes off, anxiety disappears as adrenaline replaces the emotion, and your body does what it's been training for. School begins, students' excitement returns as you are pushed off to meet your classmates for the next 4 years at new student orientation. The first 400, figuring out your pace and which individuals to pace off of, who to stay with. The first lap is similar to adjusting to the new workload and finding new friends. Second lap, maintaining the pace and challenging yourself, maybe picking off the person ahead of you and continuing to join another pack. Sophomore year represents the continued hard work at Bapst and the potential to make new friends. Halfway through, pushing yourself through the pain, working hard to listen to splits, and focusing for the best final lap possible. Suddenly, it's junior year and the expectation is to take challenging classes and to start your college plans. According to the teachers, your junior schedule is the most rigorous and demanding, so senior year can be less stressful. 1,200 meters down, last lap, bell rings, and the nerves and excitement return. Just like that, senior year has arrived and you are ready to graduate and attend college. The final stretch, the last 100, pushing through the pain for a dead sprint to the finish line. The last quarter of senior year, the college decisions and the final assignments due. 1,600 meters down and the race is over. The intense relief and exhaustion from the event. However, this feeling does not last long as preparation for your next event begins. Though our high school experience has come to a close, lifelong growth lies ahead. Pursuing higher education and finding a career are our next events. Today, our class represents the final moment of clarity and grief as we cross the stage and bid farewell to the school that we have to thank for many of our friends and lasting memories. Some of these memories include making a sexy rainbow in biology, burnt macaroni leading to the evacuation of the school, the abundance of tiny paper birds littered throughout the school, the energetic turbinites, the success of the Flat Earth Society, and more recently, the hot dogs hanging from the stairs. These fond memories would not be possible without the help of the staff at Bapst. So once again, thank you to the incredible and caring faculty for having such a profound impact on our academic and personal growth. I also have to shout out Bonnie and Benny for being my parents, and Angus for being the best dog, and to my fellow 2021 graduates, as Mama Roo says, good luck and don't mess it up.
Jamie, thank you so much. The wind is wreaking havoc with the paperwork up here. Great job, and it's my pleasure to present you with a plaque that honors for all to see Jamie Morgan Sidaway, Salutatorian of the class of 2021. Right over. All right, if I'm not careful, I'm going to introduce this next speaker as the same person. There we go. So the number one student in the class of 2021 is Sylvia Chun-Ai Burns from Blue Hill, Maine, an accomplished cellist, skier, member of Amnesty International Sikh and the Sailing Club, a student ambassador, water quality testing research assistant with the Shaw Institute, Chinese Language and Culture Center Student of the Year in 2019, and founder of Sylvia's Sourdough Bagels, the deliciousness of which I can personally attest to. Sylvia, I don't think you know that, but I am not making that up. Those are really good bagels, and to make good bagels in Bangor, Maine takes some chutzpah. Sylvia is a complete student and a delightful person. How lucky Northeastern University will be to have her on campus eventually. She marches to her own tune and may take some time off first. Please welcome to the podium the 2021 Valedictorian, Sylvia Burns.
Good afternoon and welcome, faculty, staff, family, friends, and all the dogs and cats attending now online. And of course, my classmates, the John Bapst class of 2021. It is both an honor and honestly quite terrifying to be standing here on behalf of this welcoming, talented, and caring class. Just a couple nights ago, as I was preparing this speech, trying to find the words to convey my emotions about our class's graduation, I was stumped. What is the one important thing we must know as we move forward in this world? What must we hold on to as we transition away from high school? What I quickly realized is that I neither have the authority to answer those questions, nor is there just one answer. Each one of us has lived our own experiences, faced our own challenges, and celebrated great successes to be here today. We have worked hard, grown from these experiences, and created lasting relationships. As you may know, I transferred to Bapst after 9th grade. Coming here meant leaving my close-knit community and friends and driving an hour to school. It was also daunting to be joining this class that had already bonded for a year. However, I was excited to have more academic and social opportunities. When I first came to Bapst, I vividly recalled the warm welcome I received. My first school event was the summer music camp. I fondly remember being down in the music wing, sight reading through endless books with new orchestra peers, where everyone was just happy to be together playing music. When classes started, I distinctly remember sitting in the slippery metal desk chairs in the English classroom, thinking it was so incredible that every student intently and respectfully listened to what others had to say in their discussion of the Arthur Miller's The Crucible. I was encouraged that all my teachers were willing to have students walk into their classroom, ask questions, or strike up a conversation. It was clear that both the students and the faculty were happy to be here. These are the things that drew me to John Bapst to become a part of this class. I was inspired by all of your stories, your values, your overall dedication to learning, and I continue to be driven and motivated by each of you. One of my favorite things about our class is that we all come from different towns and even different countries. I myself am from Blue Hill, but some of you have traveled from as far as Vietnam, while others of you can just simply walk to school. Our hometown and family experiences are different, yet we are able to connect and share our school community. We have not simply been given this community as a town school would have, rather we have consciously created it and shaped it together. We have chosen to be here and to make this high school experience our own. This subtle opportunity to create our community is another way that Bapst has prepared us for the future. The truest indicator of who we are is not simply our accomplishments in the classroom, on the athletic field, or on the stage, but rather who we are on a human level. From the kind and warm welcome I received joining this class in the 10th grade, to the wonderful relationships that we've developed since, I know that each of you embody the qualities of kindness, openness, and inclusiveness that help create constructive communities that will do great things. Walking off this stage to whatever may come next, whether it's entering the workforce, continuing our education, or just taking some time to reflect, we will encounter many kinds of people. The ability to make connections, embrace new environments, and create communities are life skills that we can probably carry into our next chapters. I wish you all the best in your adventures to come, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Sylvia, for those wise words. I'll enjoy reading your speech again. I have my own personal copy right here. It's, I think, a mark of John Bapst that every year we hear talks by seniors that are as good as some of the talks I've heard over the years by professional politicians, community leaders, and others. Sylvia, Jamie, thank you both for your wise words. And in token of Sylvia Chunai Burns being the valedictorian of the class of 2021, I would like to give you this plaque. Come here. Well, this is the last time that Dave Armistead is going to be introduced as the associate head of John Bapst. We're going to put him to work here in a moment. Let's see, why are we here today? Oh, I think we've got something to do here. To my right are a couple of trays, and in those trays are some things that are more than just a little bit symbolic. And to lead us through this most important part of the ceremony today, please welcome to the microphone our assistant head of school and soon to be head of school on July 1st, Mr. Dave Armistead.
Thank you, Mr. Mackay. The Chair of the Board of Trustees, Hans Peterson, and Director of Admission, Beth Campbell, will help congratulate the graduates. I will call graduates up in alphabetical order. They should come up the stairs on this side, receive their diploma from Mr. Mackay, and then cross the stage and go down here. I'm going to be carefully reading, so I won't be able to shake hands, but a fist bump is fine. Or just walk on by, you're good. I will recognize all of our seniors, though some of them cannot be with us today. So you'll hear me say some names for a student who's not here, just so that they get mentioned during the ceremony. Trista Louise Allen. Isabel Ruth Angelo. Margaret Ann Atherton. Ryan James Baker. Amber Ruth Bates. Lena Bijou. Liam Michael Combs Bishop. Samuel Christopher Blanchard. Casey Nicole Britt. To present our next diploma, please welcome to the stage faculty member and mom, Ms. Anna Brown. Emma Malia Brown. Ian Robert Buck. Sylvia Chun-Ai Burns. Audrey Anna Buswell. Xingyan Chen. Elliot Gabriel Collins. Emma Margaret Cowing. Hanyu Dai. Elias Douglas Daring. Brady James Roland Doobie. Ashley Ann Flannery. Charles John Fussell. Grace Elizabeth Galinsky. Emma Jewel Getchell. Remington Lyndon Grindle. Matthew Eric Hefner. Sarah Rose Hagstrom. Caitlin Rose Harriman. Chloe Isabel Hart. Leah Jennifer Hart. Zachary Connor Harvey. Aiden Felix Higgins. Nan Vu Bao Ho. Hugh Wong. Kanika Homan. Yang Hu. Porter Sidney Hubbard. Devin Michael Hunter. David Ho Im. Alexis Louise Ismail. Samuel Semekis Ivy. Rakaya May Jacksa. Nicholas Cordell Johnson. Neil Donovan Johnston. Hannah Paralee Jones. Haven Alexander Jones. Rion Joshi. Taewon Kang. Noelle Marion Killarney. Hunter Curtis Kimball. Georgina Lee LaGrange. Connor Alexander Lamontagne. Abigail Cassandra Lawrence. Hyunjun Lee, Dongbin Lee. Lily Aileen Lessner. Zuyu Lee. Savannah Joy Libby. Wan-er Lin. Hunter Rose Lindsay. Su Ying Lu. Zhu Lu. Kaya Lamasi Lolar. DeLong Ma. Andrea Margaret Maggs. Olivia Juanita Mamula. Hannah Paige McCann. Jillian Leah McFadden. Jamie Faye McQuarrie. Jiatong Mei. Caitlin Marie Mylan Bryant. Allison Jane Netto. John Connor Nadeau. Dominic Roland Needham. Audrey Lee Newcomb. Luke Richard Norman. Hayden John O'Connell. Brooke Jaden O'Connor. Megan Elizabeth O'Connor. Yunsung Oh. Macy Ann Otruba. Lillian Danielle Peasley. Dylan Jacob Perry. Maximilian Heinrich Polt. Seamus William Ravan. Patrick Brian Raymond. Gabriella Louise Roop. Maya Alyssa Rouse. Jamie Kaylin Satterfield. Lacey Jenna Rose Scanlon. Andrew Michael Seal. Mara Anna Ray Sharp. Jamie Morgan Sidaway. Jillian Daigle Skane. Sam Esselbeck Slavin. Sarah Chong Stewart. Grace Ann Stinson. Logan David Tortolot. Chinwendu Tran. Trinity Raven Tripp. Jacob Edward Tyler. Aiden Thomas Valley. Morgan Marie Vidal. Abigail Shannon Walden. Sung Yi Wang. Emily Meredith Warren. Xin Yi Wei. Merritt Grace Wheelock. Nicholas Michael Williams. Tong Wu. Zian Yang. Connor Maxwell Young. Pinri Yu. Cayman Arnold Zephyr. And Sinran Chang. Can I ask the graduates to please stand? At this time, please take your tassel and move it from right to left. Mr. Mackay, Mr. Peterson, Ms. Campbell, and assembled guests, it is my honor and privilege to present the graduates of the John Bapst Memorial High School Class of 2021. Congratulations.
You may be seated. It's now my pleasure to introduce the final speaker among the students for the senior farewell in this case. Yang Hu, or as we call him, Frank, shares his name with that of a famous figure in Chinese history. And indeed, one of the wonderful things about China is that its history is so long that the Jin Dynasty official Yang Hu was born in the year 221, exactly 1,800 years ago. Our Frank Hu has been a 4-year student at John Bapst, playing basketball and soccer, leading the stage crew for Lunar New Year celebrations. Back home in Urumqi, China, Frank has been a volunteer English tutor in an elementary school. He's a world traveler, and we're so glad that he made the long trip back to John Bapst this year to be at his graduation. We wish him all the best as he moves on to the University of Toronto to deliver the senior farewell. Please welcome to the podium Frank Hu.
Hello, everyone. First of all, congratulations. Mr. Mackay already introduced me, but I'm Frank, international student from China. The reason why I'm standing here is because all other international students have gone home, left me alone on campus. We live in a world in great dangers: HIV, Ebola, COVID-19, arguments on dress codes, mainly COVID-19 dress codes for 2021. With all this chaos, yet we still bravely and proudly gather here together for a graduation. I'm so proud of our Bapst community, especially the class of 2021. And I finally can say I'm proud of myself. For the last 4 years, I've changed and improved a lot. From a 14-year-old kid who could barely read and write in English to an 18-year-old young man who can confidently speak in front of all my friends and peers. And I can still remember. Thank you. And I can still remember when we were freshmen, wandering around in the hallway with BAPST schedule in hand, but don't know where to go. I wanted to be a senior so much because seniors get to sit downstairs instead of the balcony. Seniors have open campus. Seniors graduate 1 week early, etc., etc. But when it comes to my turn, everything seems a little different. We don't have assemblies anymore. An open campus on Zoom? Nah. Did we graduate early? Nah again. We have to admit, 2021 is a totally different year. COVID-19 brings us many inconvenience and anxiety. Despite all this resistance, everyone is still doing their best. And let's just give ourselves a great applause for that. John Bapst has left me with wonderful memories. I remember sitting in Mrs. Babcock's classroom reading the Odyssey, doing labs with Miss Lammert, defending the court with Dr. Moreau, scoring the very first shot with Mr. Humphrey, and more importantly, all the friends I made here. One of the very first friends I made here and I added on Instagram was Maggie Atherton. We had a few chats and she said I made her day. I didn't know what it meant, and I said sorry to her because I thought I gave her a bad experience. Until the next day, I asked Kate O'Connell, my first year roommate, then I just realized how silly I was. Nevertheless, there were certainly tough times, the nights before quizzes and exams, PSAT, SAT, and for me, TOEFL. Everything we've been through was tremendous, challenging, and beautiful. In the end, I want to thank my parents. They provided me with a great opportunity to study abroad. I want to thank all my teachers. They put everything they have on me and made my success today. I want to thank the boarding program, Mr. Reeves, our driver Paul, and all the dormitory house parents who served so hard to keep our dorms safe and cozy. And lastly, I want to thank all my peers, all you guys. Without any of you guys, this Bapst family is incomplete. I will keep all these great memories for the rest of my life. Congratulations again to everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful college career and a bright future. Thank you very much.
Well, Frank, shall I tell him? You made our day. And that's a good thing. Well, we have come to the end of this wonderful ceremony. I don't know if this happened out there in the audience, but there were a few sprinkles on stage. Probably a few of you were thinking, oh boy, we're in for it now. Not least our wonderful camera crew These are the guys who come out in all kinds of nice weather and sometimes don't get to go home in very nice weather. But I'm happy to say that the weather gods smiled in our favor today. And with that in mind, let me say, as we close the commencement ceremony for 2021, seniors, please be safe as you celebrate. Come back home to John Bapst anytime. We love to see you. Nothing brightens the face of a teacher or somebody in the office, the folks that you've worked with in the past, like a surprise visit from an alum. Congratulations to parents and family members who are here to witness this for all the work you've put in. This is a tremendous rite of passage for you as well. As we'll see in just a moment, we'll take bets on how many parents start crying, Mr. Armistead. We're going to recess with the students, which means that the class of 21 will now stand. Grab all your stuff, please. This is your chance to have your souvenir program, souvenir water bottle, and if you've got a plaque, please bring it with you. Thank you all for being part of this year's commencement ceremony at Herman High School. So great to see you, and won't it be nice for the class of 22 to be back at 100 Broadway? I think so. Mr. Mack!